And welcome to Call Me Oz Live. You guys are amazing. Yes, it is a Wednesday afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We've got an amazing show for you tonight. Let me tell you what's going on tonight. We are going to talk about the events that are going on, where you can go and you can win up to $1,500 in cash at a karaoke competition down in Los Lunas. We're going to tell you all the details about that. We're going to tell you where you can go do karaoke on a Friday night that is family friendly, that has a $5 karaoke menu and $4 beers. We're going to tell you about a Los Lunas venue that just added karaoke to Tuesday nights. And we're also going to tell you about a business to business networking event that's coming up. We're going to tell you about a hilarious comedian that is going to be doing stand-up comedy at the Posh very soon. We're going to tell you about the New Mexico State Fair Karaoke Showcase schedule so far. We still have a few more to go, but we're booking them quickly. And then I'm going to talk about the last 4 venues that I was at last week and the next upcoming 5 venues that I will be at this week. Then on the website, I'm going to show you a couple of little things. Going to show you the live music page, and I'm also going to show you Call Me Oz in the South, which is a sub-website of the website that's already there, because I've got to go down south next week, and I'm going to be promoting karaoke while I'm down there. Now, we got a lot going on. My special guest tonight is Robson, a.k.a. Icono Clast. Yes, we're going to be chatting with him immediately following these nice little breaks, a little bit of words from our sponsors. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Call Me Oz Live. I've got Robson here beside me. We're going to chat with him first. He is a very, very busy musician here in the live local scene of Albuquerque. So I want to thank you so much for taking some time out to come join us tonight.
Thank you.
So we're going to chat with him first so that he can get off to his band practice. Got a lot to do. You know, the first time that I really noticed things going on with him was I kept seeing this Iconoclast posting in Call Me Oz Fun Life group of Albuquerque, and then starting to connect the dots, figured out who it was, and then it was like, this is cool. This is very cool. So thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And what I want to know is, first of all, how long have you been in the Albuquerque area?
Well, I've been here most of my life. My family moved here when I was young from California, and I started playing in the Albuquerque scene when I was about 17.
Wow, that is definitely young.
Yeah.
So you weren't able to play in band or in bars?
I was.
Oh, you were?
Back then, I could get in the bars. They would put wristbands on us. It wasn't as strict with, like, the DWI crackdown hadn't happened yet.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you were actually able to go in with the band, play,
Yeah.
do your gig,
Yeah.
and then go out. So right now, we're looking at some of your Facebook pages, I believe,
Okay.
and you're all over the place.
I am all over the place. Maybe a bit too much.
So this is your Iconoclast page that we're looking at here. This kind of shows all the different bands you're in and the different things that you're doing. So do you just play bass?
Primarily, I play bass, but I also play guitar and write the vocals and lyrics in my band Stem Ivory.
Oh, okay.
So that's the band where I play guitar. And
So how long have you been playing bass?
I've been playing bass since I was about 12 years old. Yeah, that's
Wow.
when I really got into it. I started about 10. Just messed around a little bit, but didn't really get really into it until I was about 12, and then from there it just kind of took off. And
Yeah. Well, bass is where it's at. I wish I could play bass. In fact, I have a bass guitar. I bought a bass guitar like 15 years ago, and that's what I wanted to do. But then it kind of came down to the point of, well, am I going to play bass or am I going to sing? And there's only so much time in the day.
right,
So,
I know the feeling.
right? So I ended up singing, and that's just mainly what I do. So what are some of the shows that you've done over the years, and what do you got going on now?
Done a lot of shows. Honestly, I couldn't even count at this point because again, I started when I was 17, so I've been playing. I've seen bars come and go here.
Right.
Most recently, what's most very exciting for me is we did the Horn God vinyl release show. So that was our first vinyl.
Wow.
Right there, yes, that's the cover of the album, and you can see. And at Launchpad, there we are. So that was a really great show with Red Mesa, Talking Hours, a lot of great local bands. And now we're going to be doing this Monolith on the Mesa in Taos. I'm very excited about that. It's a festival coming up. And this last year with my other project, Ashes of Jupiter, we got to play with Pop Evil at the Sunshine Theater, played with Bad Wolves at the El Rey Theater. We played with Trapped, Trivium, Arch Enemy, a lot of pretty big acts this last year. I was privileged to play on those shows. And
Wow.
those are very exciting for us.
That
And
I bet that's a serious adrenaline rush.
It was. It was a personal milestone as well. So
Nice.
it's been a great year.
Very, very nice. So that's the Horn God. And
Yeah.
then let's see, who else do you have?
I don't know if it's behind us or I'm looking over
It's
here.
behind us.
Hey, all
We
right.
have Ashes of Jupiter. So tell
Yeah.
us about Ashes of Jupiter.
Ashes of Jupiter is my most, almost my most recent project. This is one of a bunch of friends. We all met when I was about 19. Jared on the drums in the picture there, and Tim on guitar. They were friends. They knew each other since they were kids. They used to work at Dion's Pizza together. And I met Jared in the restaurant business working at Olive Garden.
Wow.
And that was a long time ago. So we started jamming, and it kind of didn't work out. We didn't really get along entirely. We created differences and stuff, and we parted ways. And then he called Adam, who's the vocalist, and it brought him in and to sing over some of the songs that I was writing at the time. And then they started a band called Systolic. And I branched off and joined another band. And we parted ways for quite a few years. I went back to school. And then it's going on 2 years, they called me up one day and were like, hey, do you want to come over and jam? It's with Tim and Adam. And I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to reunite and jam just for fun. I didn't take it very seriously, but we had a really good jam session. And within a month, I went back the next week. I was like, that was fun. I'll come back next week. And this other gig came up for one of my bands, and we had to cancel it. And within a month, I booked us at Moonlight Lounge. And then from there, within the year, that's when we started opening up for those national acts at Sunshine Theater.
Nice.
So shows just kept coming in after that. It worked. It just clicked very nicely.
Right. And
It's a lot of fun.
And I see Ashes of Jupiter all over the place. So you guys are really busy in that one. And then you're on Dead on Point 5.
Dead on Point 5 is actually one where so Dominic and Tim, another different Tim, he's a drummer in Dead on Point 5 and The Horn God, and also our new project called Yumo Nero. I don't know if you can see that on there anywhere. That was their band before I met them. And when we started doing The Horn God, at one point they wanted to bring back some of those old Dead on Point 5 songs. So they taught me their old material, and we brought that back for a little bit.
Wow.
And then, so we don't do Dead on Point 5 as often. The last thing we did was that Fall Crawl they tried to bring back. We pulled it out for that one, which is really cool. A lot of fun. It's like a punk project. Very fast. It's like The Horn God on cocaine.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm not on cocaine when I'm playing, but if you walked in and heard it, you might think we were.
So Dead on Point 5 is a very fast punk type music?
Yeah, inspired by bands like No Means No.
Okay.
Stuff like that, if you know who they are.
Nice.
Yeah, we actually do No Means No covers. You know who they are?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Canadian band.
Yeah. All right.
So that would be our producer chatting in here with us. You
Yeah.
all know him and love him. That would be Larry.
Yeah. Larry knows No Means No. That's cool.
That's totally awesome. Well, that's very cool. So what are your long-term plans as far as music is concerned?
It's a good question. I go on and off with that. because I've been going back to school. I just got my degree this last semester, and I've been, sometimes I try to take a break from music, but it always sucks me back in.
Funny how that does that.
It does that, yeah. I'm addicted for sure.
Right.
Long term, some festivals. That's the next milestone for me personally, and with any of these projects, is I really want to start playing more festivals, bigger ones, like Rocklahoma. Even the what's that one, like the Aftershock, any of those. Just some of those bigger shows, ones with festivals with a lot of bands that were similar in style to, that don't always come through here anymore.
Right.
Like Edge Fest, I haven't seen that in a few years now. It seems like that's kind of faded out.
Yeah,
those
I think
kind
that
of
has
things.
been a few years.
And so those kind of shows are definitely, and then new albums. Ashes of Jupiter is getting ready to go back to the studio and release another EP.
Oh, wow.
So that's exciting. Stem Ivory is about to release another album. And Yumo Nero, we're also planning to go into the studio soon to maybe record our first album. So
Oh, awesome.
a lot of new albums, in the works that might come out in the next year or so.
So we didn't talk much about Stem Ivory.
Yeah.
So what is Stem Ivory?
Stem Ivory is a project that I launched just because I was kind of getting bored on the bass, actually. I had all these ideas, and for a while there, it was just, I felt kind of stifled, and I needed to branch out creatively. And it was funny because when I tried to find musicians to play with me, that's Kenny on that page right there. He's an actor and filmmaker. Great guy. I love that guy. And then Bobby, one of my best friends. We go way back. And then Luke on drums. And Jared from Ashes of Jupiter actually filled in on this project for a while.
Oh, wow.
I had to pull him in for a little bit, and we jammed for about 6 months, and he was the drummer in this band too. So we've all played together. It's
Very
great.
cool.
But this one started 2011, I think. It was right when the other Ashes guys were doing Systolic. Mm-hmm. And I was playing with that other band. They were called Willie J and the Storytellers. I'm still friends with Willie. He's playing out in town. He's a great artist, very talented. And I kind of took a break from that because I wanted to start playing guitar and expanding as a musician. Mm-hmm. I was like, I love playing bass, but I wanted to do more. And I was like, I'm just going to try this. And it just kind of came together. The name, everything was kind of experimental. The first gig I booked was at Marble. And it's cool because Kenny, I actually kind of taught him bass. And I approached him because he was an actor. Mm-hmm. And everyone kept asking me, why aren't you playing bass? Because everyone knew I was a bassist. So I couldn't find a bassist. And I was like, because I'm trying to play guitar now, man. And,
Right.
And then I remember he liked to jam. And, he's a great guy. And I worked with him. So I called him up. And I was like, hey, man, if you got the leading role in a movie, and in that movie, you had to play bass for like 3 hours. Would you do it? Could you do it? And he was like, absolutely. And I was like, well, you got the part. Come over. So he came over to my apartment, and we hung out like 3 nights a week, and I would just play songs with him and kind of show him stuff, and we would jam. And then we had a show in a few months at Marble, a 3-hour gig. So his first gig ever was 3 hours. I threw him right out.
Wow.
There. Yeah. And
that is a long gig.
It was a long gig. And
Yes.
we had to switch out drummers like a month before. So it was very hard just pulling all this stuff together. And I was a little nervous about that one for sure. I had to bring my own sound, run the PA myself and everything. And then after that, a week later, we got offered another show. And then like a week after that, we got offered another show. So that band just kind of kept rolling after that. And here we are still like 6 years later. We have a show coming up. We're playing in the mountains at Lazy Lizard.
Oh, very nice. I will be at Lazy Lizard tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Nice.
Doing karaoke.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is really awesome. That is some crazy stuff you've got going on there.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even know how you keep track of it.
I don't either. A lot of people ask me that. I don't know.
So I want to say hello to James and Angie and Renee and Jackie and Amos. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're sitting here with Robson, also known as Icono Clast, multiple band, member of multiple bands. Mostly plays bass and been in the Albuquerque area a long time, and does a lot of promoting for the live local scene also. And he's just, I mean, if you look at Kolmia's Fun Life group, I guarantee you will see posts from him on a very regular basis. He keeps the action moving, and that's why I want to have you on the show. Because that's what I like to see. There's a lot of bands out there that don't promote.
Yeah,
It's insane. And then they wonder why nobody shows up at their shows.
we could talk for hours on this. In fact, I have plenty of rants stored up that I wanted to post, and I just haven't gotten back to yet.
Oh, I save them in Outlook.
Yeah. I don't want to offend anybody, but
Right.
sometimes I don't care. I offend people all the time anyways, hence the Iconoclast name. But yeah, we could talk about that. It's tricky, and being on both sides for sure. because now I'm doing part-time booking as well for some of the venues. And then recently other stuff came. I don't even work for some of these venues, but other friends just will contact me and reach out to me and ask for help. And then a booking agent from California ended up emailing me, and then I helped him out, and he emailed me again and was like, hey, can you help out this other band? And I was like, so now it's just kind of rolling in, and it's weird. It's not like, it doesn't pay me. I just do it because it's, I enjoy music and I like trying to help the scene and contributing. And if I can help someone, I do. And that's really why I do it. It's kind of just a labor of love, and it's something I enjoy doing.
Yeah, believe me, I know that feeling. I'm in the same boat for the most part. And so what other venues do you book for?
So officially, I book for Zulo's Bistro and Bar downtown.
Okay, cool.
But unofficially, I put shows together at Launchpad, Moonlight Lounge, wherever. But of course, I work with the staff there, and Joe Anderson and them as well, because they got to go through them first. And Barney from Red Light Cameras, all them, they're all involved, and that's more their scene. But they know me, and so sometimes, I'll email them and be like, hey, there's a show, there's a band, they hit me up. What can we do? Do you have that night available? And then I'll just kind of go from there, and I'll find other bands that I know that'll make a good fit and put a good bill together. And I just kind of started doing that this last year, this summer, and it just keeps rolling in. And I'm not sure how long I'll keep doing it. I enjoy doing it, but if I got a new job or something coming up, I might take a break for a little bit.
Yeah,
but I do love doing it.
Back off a little bit.
Yeah.
I know how that goes. I definitely know how that goes. So I've got to ask, how did the name Icono Clast come about?
A lot of people ask this.
Yes.
And it's kind of, I don't know if it's, you can call it subversive, or, in a way it's like my subtle warning. If you know what that word means, you'll get it right away. It's because a lot of my content is iconoclastic. For a while there, I'd have friends and people who, know me in like an old job or something like that. And then they would see my posts and they would be like, oh, so offended on Facebook. So pretty much, I just kind of one day was like, you know what, I'm just going to kind of put it right out there for them and warn them and be like, okay, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Right. I've actually had people, they've messaged me privately, like talking, being very rude to me and like, what is that's not even a real name and who are you? And like, it's weird, some of the messages and things like that from people. But pretty much it just came from, I was posting a lot of iconoclastic content, and so one day I was like, I'm just going to switch it to that, and then keep my music stuff separate, and then that persona kind of took over a little bit, and so some people know me as that. I didn't really intend for it to be like that, but
Hey, welcome aboard, Adam. Good to see you. Glad you're joining us.
Yeah, buddy.
We've got your buddy sitting right over here.
That's my buddy right there.
Right? I knew that. As soon as I saw that name, I was like, yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
He's the reason why you see a lot of the Ashes of Jupiter stuff. He does a lot of work
awesome.
Promoting and doing all that. So
awesome. Well, we're very excited to have you here tonight. Do you have anything else you want to let people know before you head off to your practice?
Keep an eye out for those shows, and we would love to have more people out there going to local shows. Not just mine, of course. I'm biased. I would love that too. But any nights of the week, it's hard for musicians. They're trying. Wednesday nights are hard. If you can go out, Ashes of Jupiter has a show on February 20th, so a week from now. We're going to be down there at Launchpad with a touring band from Las Vegas, I think. So local support always means a lot. Having people come out to help these bands on the road as well, because a lot of times, us local bands, we don't even take any money from these shows. A lot of times, we end up just taking our cut and giving it to the touring bands because we know that they need the money to get to the next city or whatever. So the more you can go out and support the local scene, it's very helpful, and it's great. And so that's going to be a really good show.
Yeah, and what he just said is so important, and that's what we try to get people to understand. If you can go out and support a live local band, please do. They need it, and that's how we keep things rolling, and that's how live local bands become big bands.
Yeah,
and that's how it all starts. So anytime that you can get out and go support a live local band, it's heavily appreciated. Very much.
Appreciated.
And like he said, a lot of times these live local bands are either playing for the money at the door, a lot of times, or just off of tips, or they make a very small amount of money. I hear some of the fees that you guys get paid, and I'm just like, geez.
Yeah.
There's 4 people in a band,
Yeah, you're better off just like spending your money back. Just buying another beer.
Right.
We'll split it. We're like, okay, we each got like $6. just order another drink, or whatever.
Exactly.
So I'm just grateful anytime you get anything sometimes, because I played a lot of shows where, yeah, you literally get like $5, or they
Right.
wouldn't even give you food, or
Yeah.
the only thing they have to offer you is like a PBR,
Yeah.
and so it's like I'm just grateful for every opportunity that comes through.
Right.
But
I hear that. Now, have you ever played at the fair?
I haven't played at the fair. That would be a fun one as well.
Okay.
That one, wine festivals too. I would like to play a wine
Right.
festival. Yeah,
I think
but
wine festivals would be epic.
as soon as they have like a metal wine festival, that's where it's at. If we can create that event, I'm in. I got tons of bands lined up for that one.
That'll be perfect. All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to let you get ready to get on out of here because I know you got to get running. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break while we let him get out the door and head off to his gig. But anytime you see them, make sure you go pay him a visit. So hang tight. Don't go nowhere. I've got a lot to talk about, especially in the state fair. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
And welcome back. Thanks for hanging tight and coming back with us. Yeah, so that was Robson. He's already left and on his way to band practice. We're very lucky to just have 15 or 20 minutes of his time. So if you guys can get out there and go check out his shows, I promise you, you will love them. So I'm going to talk a little bit about where I was last week. With my new schedule, things have changed dramatically. I don't have to go out to 4 to 5 venues every single night. So last week I was at Camino Royale Winery and Tap Room. That was last Wednesday with KJ Danielson. And they do karaoke every Wednesday and every Saturday from 7 to 11 p.m. And this is where you can go and qualify to win your share of $1,500 in cash. So every single Saturday, go down there by 7 o'clock. You get signed up and you get to go in the qualifying rounds that night. I believe they pick 2 people each night to come back to the semifinals, which is on May 11th. And then the finals are on May the 18th. First place will win $800 cash. Second place is $600 cash. Third place, or no, I'm sorry, second place is $400 cash. Third place is $200 cash. And fourth place is $100 cash. Now, as time goes on, if it's anything like last year, they're going to have all kinds of other prizes to give away. So this is a great competition. Danielson's been doing, I believe this is his 4th year now. And it's really good. And one of the judges is one of our mentors, Angie, and her husband, Trent. And then they have other judges which have been in the competitions before. So it's a great thing. I've never heard complaints about it. It is a very fair competition. Also, speaking of Camino Royale, they are back on board with the 2019 New Mexico State Fair Karaoke Showcase. I will tell you about that when we talk about auditioning dates here in a minute. So after I left Camino Royale, I went and saw DJ Drastic at Isleta Casino, where they do karaoke every Wednesday night. It was epic. I love that stage there. Then on Friday, I was at Red Velvet Underground with KJ McLean from Kamikaze Karaoke. They do karaoke every Friday from 7 to 11. It is family friendly. And like I mentioned earlier, they have a karaoke menu that starts at $5, so $5 pizzas. And then they also have $4 beer specials. So it's a great time. And then from there, I headed over to Silva Lanes with Phantom Trucker. He is also the KJ down at Shift Change. You can find him there on Wednesday nights from 7 to 11. That is, it used to be Low Spirits, and now it's a first responders bar. So, but anybody can go in there and sing karaoke, so you're more than welcome to. Tonight, as soon as I leave the show here, I will head over to Sunset Grill, and that is with KJ Charles from Karaoke Caliente. By the way, KJ Charles was the very first KJ that I ever sang with like 18 years ago. He used to be at the Brio, and that's actually where I started my singing, and it was so that we could sing our song for our wedding, and that is what that was all about. From there, I'll head up to Cedar Crest and see Tommy Hurricane at Lazy Lizard, and then next week, I actually head down, actually Friday, I will go to Louis with Tommy Hurricane. They do karaoke every Friday and Saturday from 9 to 1. And then I'll head over to Billiards Palace with Candy DeVille. They are also a New Mexico State Fair karaoke showcase auditioning spot. So next week I will be in El Paso from Monday through Friday. So Monday night I will be at King's X with Sound Power Entertainment. That is with one of KJ Frankie's guys that I haven't met yet. So I guess there's a first time for everything. I'm going to show you a few things on the website really quick here. And then after that, we're going to open up the telephone line. So if anybody wants to call in, right after we talk about the website, you're more than welcome to call in. And you can plug your, if you have an event coming up, you can talk about that. If you are a KJ, you can talk about that. If you're a DJ, you can talk about that. If you're a live band, you can call in and tell us all about that. Or a comedian. As long as it's entertainment, we're good with that. And as long as it's local, we're good with that. So over on the website, what we're looking at tonight is we're looking at the Live Music Tonight page. So if you click on that, and the main reason I brought that up was because my guest tonight, of course, was a live local musician. So on the live music page, we have a few venues that sponsor this page. Red Velvet, Effing Bar, Mariscos, and Ribs. They sponsor this page. And we list various places where you can go to listen to some live music. And these are all live local venues featuring local entertainers, and you can find a place any night of the week. So tonight we have Brain Gang Trivia going on at Blue Agave Republic. We have Chris Raven Rock and Roll at the Blue Grasshopper. We have Draft Session Open Mic at Ponderosa Brewing. We have March Divide, which is pop and rock at Tractor. So this is a cool page. Like I said, it's updated every Monday, and we put on 4 or 5 of the locals in each one of those. The next page that I want to take you to, because I am going to be down south next week, and yes, we are working on Call Me Oz in the South. If you want to find out about anything going on down south, you can click on Karaoke Listings, and that will take you to this page, and you click on Call Me Oz in the South, and this will take you to this page, so this is basically the home page for Karaoke in the South, or Call Me Oz in the South. And then when you click on the karaoke button, it will take you to the karaoke page. And we have as many listings as we know about down south. And this is not just the El Paso area, but it's also the Las Cruces area, Los Lunas, Alamogordo. We have some for Socorro and Elephant Butte and TRC. So anywhere south of here you can find karaoke locations. Then if you click on the comedy button, this is something we're still working on. We're still actually trying to find comedy down south. But as soon as we do, we'll start updating that. And then as you go into live music, we've begun doing some updates under the live music scene. So we do have some places listed here in, looks like El Paso. Well, they're listing them pretty far out, I guess, Fort Worth as well. But Las Cruces and different places like that. So that is Call Me Oz in the South. It's a website within the website, and you can find whatever you need at this point in time. So that takes care of the website, and I'll be down south, so we'll see what's going on next week. What is going on? The first thing that I need to let you all know about is there is no karaoke at the Sandbar tonight. In fact, the karaoke at the Sandbar has been put on pause. It has been put on hold till further notice. Probably going to be somewhere around when volleyball season kicks in. And at that point in time, they will probably resume karaoke at that time. So we will keep you posted. What does that mean? That means that there is no karaoke lottery tonight. So don't go to the Sandbar and expect that. But you can go to Sunset Grill and see me because I'll be there for a little while from about 8 to 9. And then, like I mentioned, check out Red Velvet on Friday. Coming up on March 23rd, we have the Spring Ball, which is a business-to-business networking event. And that will be from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. with multiple entertainment, and where businesses can connect to each other and get to know more about each other, share information, and hopefully help businesses grow. You can find out about that by going to the main homepage. You'll see the flyer scroll across, and when you click on that, it will take you into the page that gives you all the information. So I did want to let you know that the phone lines are open. So if you want to call in and talk about anything that you've got going on, you're more than welcome to. And then, like I said, Ribs in Los Lunas has added karaoke to Tuesday nights. So that means they are now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's Ribs in Los Lunas, also connected to Tractor. And then, of course, Camino Royale is doing their competition. Buck D, who is a very hilarious stand-up comedian in Albuquerque, was on our show a few months ago. He will be at the Posh nightclub on March 1st, and tickets are online. You can go to Buck D on Facebook or Shut Up and Talk, which is his radio show, and you can get your tickets there. So I'm going to get you updated here on the New Mexico State Fair. Maybe that's because it's far away, but it really isn't far away. Like, September is going to be here in a matter of minutes. You know what I'm saying, right? So this is what we have going on so far. So Lucky 66 Bowl, just like every year, will do the preseason opening beginning on April 19th. This is on a Friday. And so every Friday for the first 5 Fridays, up to 12 people can walk in and sign up. And they will qualify for each night to return on May 31st, which will be the very first audition for the New Mexico State Fair, and that's actually what will kick off karaoke season. So the first 10 will be qualified to the New Mexico State Fair at that time. The minors audition will be held at a park, and the location is still to be determined, but up to 24 minors will be able to sign up. And we will hold an audition one night only, and we will send 12 of the 24 minors to the New Mexico State Fair. And, of course, they have their day. We have a call coming in. Let's see who we've got on the line. Let's see. Hello, you are live on Call Me Oz.
What's going on, Oz? It's Famous Amos.
This sounds like Famous Amos. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
I have a night off.
Right? You have an unexpected night off. Well, this is the second one off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I do want to apologize to all the karaoke singers out there. It was a call made by the owners, investors, / management.
Right.
They're trying to reorganize some things over there at the bar, so they're putting karaoke on hold for a little while. So I apologize to all the singers and the ones that were going for the karaoke lottery and all that.
Yeah, well, it happens, and sometimes that's what you got to do. If things aren't cranking the way they need to crank, sometimes you got to back it off a little bit and then come back.
I agree.
So where else can we find you?
You can find us Mondays and Tuesday nights at Sidelines. Right now, starting at 9 p.m. With Country Joe, and he runs anywhere from depends 12 midnight to sometimes 1 o'clock, depending on how busy it is. Mm-hmm. And then on Thursday nights, you can find me at the Ethel Bar and Grill, George Julie.
And that
I start at 9 and I run all the way till at least 1, sometimes 1:30.
Right, and it's usually always busy at Effing Bar and Grill, so if you want to sing a song, get there early. And don't walk in at 11 o'clock and expect to sing 3 songs in the night, because that probably won't happen.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does get busy there.
Yeah, it definitely does, but it's also a good time. So, yeah, definitely pay a visit to Famous Amos. Well, thank you for calling in tonight, my friend, and keep us posted on what's going on.
Yeah, I'll keep everybody posted on my Can You Karaoke page.
Yes.
And then, yeah, I'll definitely post that, what the update is on the sandbar, and of course any other things going on. So.
Sounds like a plan. Well, I appreciate it, and you be safe out there tonight. Enjoy your night off.
All right, you be safe out there too. Have a good night.
Thank you, Amos. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
So just like that, if you need to let us know what's going on, feel free to give us a call. In the meantime, I will continue with our schedule. I want to say hello to Robert. Thanks for joining us. So after that, Camino Royale Winery and Taproom will then qualify adults on Saturday, June the 15th, starting at 8 p.m. So just so you know, all of the adult auditions, except for Lucky 66 and the Satellites, will be qualifying 8 out of 20. So up to 20 can sign up for each venue, and then we will qualify 8 out of each one of those. After Camino Royale, it'll be Zulo's Bistro, and that will be on Thursday, June 20th at 9 p.m. We got another call come in. Let's see who's calling us now. Hi, you are live on Call Me Oz. Hello.
DJ Drastic on the line. How's everybody doing over there?
Oh, it's the one and only DJ Drastic. Haven't I seen enough of you in the last 3 weeks?
Absolutely not. That's my whole reason for calling. I have some exciting news. Do you want to be the first one to hear it?
Of course. That is what Call Me Oz Live is all about.
Yes. So tonight, I am proud to announce that we got a new gig going at the Boxcar Bar and Restaurant up in Santa Fe.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
Yes, sir. So DJ Fine will be running karaoke down there, and
Nice.
it's gonna be a good time. We started last week as like a soft start, and it went out well. So we're gonna just kind of keep pushing the boxcar up in Santa Fe.
That is epic. And you know how bad Santa Fe really needs some more karaoke venues?
Oh, I agree completely. There's not enough of them out there. There's not enough drastic entertainment venues, I should say.
Well, I agree with that too. So why don't you just go ahead and get Santa Fe popping? Because if I'm not mistaken, there are only, including the Boxcar, there are only 4 venues in the Santa Fe area that do karaoke.
That is correct.
Can
That
you-
is correct. So we're going to get that boxcar going.
Awesome.
And don't forget all the local people here in Albuquerque. If they want to sing tonight, they can come out. DJ Ash will be manning the post here at Isleta Casino.
Oh, very cool. So Ash will be at Isleta tonight, and Fine will be at Boxcar in Santa Fe.
Correct. Both they start. One starts at 9 in Santa Fe, and Isleta starts at 9:30.
Nice. So where else can you be found? Or Drastic Entertainment be found?
Goodness. So we do have a gig almost every night. Tuesday nights we're up at Sidewinders Ranch on Wyoming. That's Tuesday nights. And then Wednesday nights we're at Isleta Casino. Thursday nights we're downtown at Twist with DJ Ash and Zulo's Bistro with DJ Bay Me. On Friday nights I personally run fiestas, and that is just a wild mess. And then on Saturdays I go up to Santa Fe and we rock out the cities of gold.
Yes. Okay, so that's a lot of gigs.
Yes.
But
Very blessed. We are very blessed.
But it is not enough.
I agree.
I get you. Well, let's keep pushing them, and let's keep getting the singers to them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Oz, for everything you do in the karaoke community and Double L Media. Your show looks great. So thank you guys all so very much. You are awesome.
Thank you for calling in. We'll sing you soon.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Have a good night.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye. All right, there you go. The phone line is now open if somebody else wants to call in. So we were on Camino, we just finished up. So Zulo's is Thursday, June 20th at 9 p.m. We just talked about that. That'll be with Benny. Then after that, we've got Billiards Palace, and they are set for Friday, June 28th at 9 p.m. Effing Bar and Grill will be Thursday, July 18th at 9 p.m. Fiesta's Cantina will be Thursday, July 25th at 9 p.m. Mariscos Altamar in Los Lunas will be Thursday, August 1st at 7 p.m. And Leo's Nightclub will be Wednesday, August the 7th at 8 p.m. So right now, we are only waiting for the word back on two other primary venues from last year. That is Sidelines and Kilchek. And hopefully by the end of the week, we will have an answer from them, and we will know whether or not they are in for 2019. If not, we already have a waiting list of venues that are waiting to jump on board. As far as satellites are concerned, we have Red Velvet Underground here in Albuquerque that will be hosting a in-house competition June 7th, 14th, and 21st. They will qualify 4 out of 12 each of those nights, and then those 12 will return on June 28th, and we will be sending one to the fair. There are additional prizes that. They will be doing a second round on July 26th, August 2nd, and August 9th. Same thing, they will qualify 4 out of 12. Those 12 will return on August 16th, and another one will go to the fair. The other satellites that we're working on right now is we're working in Taos right now, Espanola, Santa Fe, Ruidoso, and Las Cruces at the moment. So hopefully we're going to get venues in those towns so that we'll be able to qualify people and send them to the New Mexico State Fair. So that is our plan. I did want to let you know a little bit ahead of time. Next Wednesday, you want to make sure you join in. Our special guest is Alan Gonzalez, one of our champions from 2018. You will not want to miss that show. And then the week after that, we have Ben Shaw, who is the owner of Archetype Tattoo, who will be here. And they are an amazing supporter of Call Me Oz, and I cannot wait. He does some epic charity fundraisers. I never knew that he was such an MC as he is, so you're going to be surprised when you see him on the show, I think. So make sure you join us on that. I did want to thank Camino Royale Winery and Taproom and Liberty Tax Service. Those are some new sponsors on Call Me Oz, so we are greatly appreciated with that. And like I said, next week I'll be down south, so anyways, we'll be doing that. I did have a joke for you all. Actually, it's not a joke. I just have a question for you all. The question is, if love is grand, what is divorce? 100 grand or more. Anyways, I am going to continue doing karaoke, and I hope you guys do too. So make sure you join us next Wednesday. I want to thank Double L Media for this amazing production. If you guys need any video work, or if you want to do a live show on your own, maybe they could set that up for you. I don't know. Twisted Arbor, thank you so much for sponsoring us. Drastic Entertainment and Red Velvet Underground. You all are awesome. And as well, in case you didn't notice, did you happen to see the Effing Bar pop-ups throughout the show? Effing Bar is just an amazing sponsor as well. So thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. Without you guys, we would not have the karaoke scene that we have. So I thank you for that. So good night, everybody. You have a great night, and I will sing you at sunset or Lazy Lizard tonight. Good night.